Hi guys, so today I'm going to go over a drill that I use when I'm teaching people how to do pullovers for the first time. I've worked with a lot of aerialists on achieving their pullover and have found this to be one of the most effective drills in the process for learning it. And I feel like a pullover is a really valuable skill to unlock in aerial because of how it's a foundation for harder skill. It also demonstrates a really good level of pulling strength and body awareness. So for this exercise, I'm going to be using a resistance band and my gymnastic rings. Even though I have a bar, my ceiling is pretty low. I don't have space to do a pullover above this bar. I'm just gonna hit the ceiling. So I'm gonna show you a hack that you can use if you have a set of gymnastics rings. And I actually quite like this because it allows you to work on your pullover or pullover drills low to the ground. Like you can set the rings as low as you want and it can feel a bit safer. So I'm gonna choke the band around the ring like so. And you can see I'm using a pretty heavy band. Like this is very thick. It's got a lot of tension in it. And this is a deliberate choice. So I want something that's going to be able to support my body weight. I'm then going to take the end of the band and I'm going to loop it over the top of the other ring. And then what I'm going to have to do is hold this in place. So there's no way to attach the band to the ring. I've just got to keep hold of it like this. So you want to make sure it's in a position where you feel like you're not going to let go. Otherwise, you're going to fall through the ring. I also want to make sure that I have a lot of tension between the two rings. So I don't want there to be a huge amount of space. This is going to give me more support. So from here, I'm going to kick up and over to come into a hip hang. You can do this any way you would like. So if you can't do a pullover yet, it doesn't matter. You can use your feet for assistance. But we're going to go up and over into a hip hang. And then I'm going to make sure I feel secure here, like I've got myself like the band is going. From here, I'm going to look towards my belly button, start to lift my legs, start sliding off the bar, and then pull myself back on into the back at the hips. So looking towards my belly button, lifting the legs a little bit, keeping my arms bent, sliding down, and then pulling myself back up. So I call this exercise a pullover slide. And the reason why I think it's such a helpful drill to learn is because it teaches you how to do the final part of the pullover, coordinating an inverted bent arm pull while also compressing really hard at the hips and engaging the core. A lot of time, if you find that you're using your feet for assistance, or particularly if you feel like you can't keep your arms bent long enough to get your hips up and over, both of these things can be down to needing more strength, more bent arm pulling strength, and also not fully understanding where you're trying to send your body and how to finish the movement. Because there's quite a lot going on. We're pulling with our arms, but we're doing that fully upside down. We've just rotated our body around the bar, so we're also transitioning between vertical and horizontal positions, and we're trying to compress at the same time. And particularly if you find that your feet are going to the hoop or the ropes or the straps, you're not going to be compressing at the hips, so it's not going to be possible to finish the movement without the assistance of using your legs. So I'm going to demo this one more time just to make sure that it's super clear. So I'm holding on to the band across the ring. I've got lots of tension, so it's going to give me lots of support. I'm going to come into my hip hang any way that feels comfortable. So it might be to begin with that movement is really small. That's completely fine. You want to stay in this kind of closed ball shape as you pull yourself back on. That will stop your hips sliding off and coming down. And you can build up the size of the movement as you develop more strength. So if you give this a try, I would love to know how you find it. I hope this was helpful. If you want to dive deeper into understanding and developing your pullover, I'm running a 4-week class series starting this month. You can click the link in the description to get more details on that. And this is where I'll be teaching not just this drill, but all of my tools and tips for building the strength and body awareness to unlock your first pullover. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.